And joining us now is Nathan Su, an Epoch Times investigative reporter, and Grant ניושם, a former U.S. diplomat and senior fellow at the Center for Security Policy. Thank you both for joining us. Nathan, I want to start with you.
Thank you, Arlene.
Nathan, what does all of this mean for China?
Well, I think long-term wise, it's going to tremendously damage China's will, and China's future plan and its expansion around the world. Now, Chinese regime has been basically in the last 4 years providing $400 billion worth of economic aid to Iran, while at the same time receive constant oil supply from the Iran. And in the last 4 years of Ukraine war, China has been providing a lot of parts to Iran. The drone parts which Iran used to assemble the parts and then provide the drones to either to Russia or use for themselves, and provide those drones to the proxies in the Middle East. And now in the last decades, it's widely openly discussed on China's internet that by the Chinese think tank as well as their militaries, they say basically there will be a perfect time window for China to invade Taiwan, which is if there are 3 conflicts around the world taking place. One is the military conflict between Russia and Europe, which already happened. And the second one is the Middle East, if Iran has a conflict with Israel. And number 3 is if North Korea and South Korea having a military conflict. That will be the perfect timing for the Chinese regime to take over Taiwan. But now you see that basically that all become a wishful thinking for China.
Well, Grant, how do you think this is impacting China's relationships with Russia as well as with Iran now?
Well, it's certainly not helping their relationship with Iran. The Chinese and the Iranians signed something like a comprehensive strategic partnership just a few years ago. And the Iranians must be wondering, well, what sort of help did we get from you? I think they were probably expecting a little more from the PRC than just a few kind words once the Americans hit them. But the Chinese were trying to get some more sophisticated weapons into Iran, particularly supersonic anti-ship missiles. And had they done so, the Americans would have a few bigger problems to deal with than what they already do. But whatever the Chinese were trying to do to help Iran, it's probably too late right now. So this is not going to help the relationship at all, particularly if you get a new regime in Iran. So that would be a huge shift in the regional balance of power, if not the global balance of power, particularly if China lost its 2 biggest proxies, Iran and Venezuela. The Russians as well must be looking at this and not be very happy about it, because they had a nice, tidy relationship with the Iranians, particularly getting drones and other supplies from them. So the bad guys aren't having a particularly good day, but it's still very, very early.